Hey everyone, it's Rachel again. Ryot is taking a nap right now, so he won't be in this video. This week we're doing kind of a 21 questions thing, and it's called the mommy tag. So first question is, are you a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? In the last video I told you all that I am a stay-at-home mom, and that has not changed in a week. So going on to number 2, would I have it any other way? I would. I would like to start working here pretty soon, and on the 7th I have an appointment with the jobs program to try to get more training in the work field so I can get a job. So fingers crossed that everything goes good. Number 3, do I co-sleep? I co-sleep. Ryot's bassinet is about 3 feet away from my bed. He hardly ever uses it though. Not that I don't put him in it, it's just he doesn't really like it. He's already getting too big. He can reach the sides of it, both sides, and he just kind of really hates it, honestly. He does not like sleeping in his bassinet, so I know that there's a big controversy about it and that people say it's dangerous and his doctor hates me for it, but I have him sleep in the bed with me. And it's just easier for me, it's easier from him. He prefers it. He likes sleeping in bed with me, and he sleeps sounder. I think maybe it's because he's constantly smelling me and he has sort of anxiety about me not being there, but he's 2 months old. I really don't give a damn. Number 4, one must-have gear for baby. Burp cloths. I cannot carry enough burp cloths. Really, this kid spits up a lot, and they get soaked really quickly. Number 5, how many kids do I plan on having? Well, I'm good with 1 for now. You know, I'm definitely not prepared to take on another, especially since I have a 9-week-old. I am not even thinking about more kids. I saw that look, Joey.
What?
If I choose to have kids later on, it will be many years down the road, at least 4 or 5, and only if I'm financially fit and feel like I really want another kid, and that will be because I'm stupid enough to forget what it felt like to deliver a child. But 2 is my limit. I will not have more than 2. I think that's a good balance. I don't think that I personally would need more than... I think I would need 1 for each hand. I think as soon as I run out of hands, I'm going to be in trouble, even if I have another parent helping me, you know, Jordan, or if he continues to be my baby daddy with another baby. We don't know how that road's gonna go, but definitely 1 for now. In a roundabout way, that's what I meant to say. Number 6, date night. How many per month? I don't date. I don't date anybody. Not that I don't want to, or that I don't have the opportunity to, but I just really, I don't do it. I'm busy with my baby, and being a single mother, not so much a single parent, but a single mother it takes your time, and until Ryot gets older, I really don't feel it's appropriate for me to be dating, because I think that my time should be dedicated to him right now. Number 7, your child's favorite TV show. Well, because he's 9 weeks old, he doesn't have one. Unfortunately, most of these questions are for older children, and mine is quite young. So, number 8, name one thing you bought before you had your baby and never ended up using. There's actually not much that I really bought. A lot of things were given to me as gifts. But one thing I haven't used really is, I guess, there were some, like, baby oils and different types of bath stuff and lotions that I really just haven't gotten around to use yet, because I didn't feel the need. He's just not old enough for some of them, and I just don't really, his skin is really fair right now, and I don't think he really needs it. Another thing that I haven't really used for him yet is toys. I've been given toys, but he can't hardly grip anything, so it's not like he can play with them. But, that doesn't mean that he won't use them later on. Number 9. What's my child's favorite food? Well, he's exclusively breastfed, so I'm going to guess that it would be me. I smell like food, and he goes crazy whenever he can smell me, near me. He'll start grunting and whining. Every time he's near me, he thinks he's hungry, so I guess it must be really good if he's always hungry. Number 10. How many cars does your family have? Jordan and I each have a car. I bought his old car, and he bought a new to him Geo Metro, and mine is a Grand Marquis. It's more like kind of what the Crown Vic was modeled after. It's one of those really old police cars. It's a boat. It's huge, but I kind of love it. It has character. She even has a name. Jordan named her when he had her, and she originally was his grandfather's car, so it's a pretty old car, but I kind of love her. She has character and runs nice. Her name is Grace. 11. Weight gain before, during, and after pregnancy, and now. Before I got pregnant, I obviously am a heavier girl. I was 191 pounds before I got pregnant. During pregnancy, the first 3.5 months, I lost 30 pounds, and so I got down to 177, and then as my pregnancy progressed, I gained my original 30 that I lost back, and then I gained 30 pounds after that, and I got up to 225. And right after delivery, I got down to 209 pounds, and now I'm down to 200 pounds, depending on the day. One day I'm 197, one day I'm 200. It's really depending on how much water that I'm holding or how much milk I'm storing that day. It's, I'm just now being able to be active again since delivery. It's been 9 weeks, so usually women lose that first 30 pounds really quickly, but I had complications during delivery that caused me to be injured afterwards, so I'm just now getting back into the game. Number 12 is, what is my dream vacation with the kiddo? I think that maybe he'd enjoy, when he gets older, something like out of Africa or SeaWorld or something with animals. I mean, something that will really get his interest, something that's always moving. I don't know if he's going to be so much into rides and things like Disneyland or Disney World or Universal Studios. I mean, all kids are pretty much, sugar-addled and into moving things, but I want to get him, used to nature and get an appreciation for it, and I figured the closer he can get to an animal, at a safe distance, the better. I want him to be able to kind of respect it. Number 13, dream vacation without the kids. I would like to go one of two places. I would either like to go to Israel and do my birthright trip, kind of visit the Wailing Wall and go to Jerusalem and go to, the Dead Sea and just really absorb my culture and maybe visit a few friends who live over there. But that I would love to just, really explore Israel, because I've always really wanted to go there. And the other one I would like to go to is kind of cliche, everyone really says it, but this one I wouldn't have to leave the States. I'd like to go to Hawaii. I really think that, even though everything's hella expensive over there, that I would really like to, see the scenery and explore the volcanoes, go scuba diving or snorkeling or something in that beautiful water, and just really, for me, take in that nature. And, it just looks so beautiful, and I want to experience it. Number 14. How has my life changed since my baby has been born? I get up more frequently. I'm constantly feeding him. I'm constantly getting something for him, like clothes or burp cloth or diapers. I'm always doing something. I mean, even when I'm resting and chilling, I'm still taking care of him. And like right now is like the only time to do anything for myself is when he's sleeping. But because he's a newborn, or now not so much a newborn, but an infant, he can wake up at any moment, and whatever he needs, he gets. And I'm learning to take care of his needs. So for me, it's just the adjustment to having him in my life is the only thing that's been different. Taking care of people isn't really different for me. Being kind of a parent isn't really different for me. Adjusting him into my life really hasn't been something that has been hard for me. Being a mom is actually one of the easiest. Well, not the easiest. Being a mom is so really hard, and it's only going to get harder from here. But being a nurturer really isn't hard for me. Being able to take care of someone and be there for their needs, it's really not really what I was made for, I don't think, because I can do so much more. But it's basically something I have been raised to do. I've always taken on that parental role, and so being a parent has just, I'm already been prepared for it. Only now I can't hand the kid back and say, here, I'm done. Every day it's mine. And so having Ryot and not being able to give him to somebody, saying, here, he's your responsibility, is basically the only adjustment that I've really had to accept sometimes. And, I think that'll pass. One day I'm going to see that I appreciate having him in my life. That, not that I don't love him now or anything, it's just I don't think that I've gained a full appreciation for him because I don't really have that family dynamic completely yet. And once we get everything all mixed in together and I have help, then everything will really kind of get set. Number 15. Finish this sentence. It makes my heart melt when he smiles. I love his smiles. He just learned how to do them within the last week and a half, and he just gets the biggest smiles, and I just love seeing his toothless mouth just beaming up at me, and hearing his laugh, hearing him kind of gurgle and coo, it melts my heart. I love seeing that from my son, and I can't wait to get to the point where he's going to, start talking or, being more verbal, not just, the random little coos and gurgles. I want, real, excitement, and his laughs get louder, and I just can't wait for that. I know I'm going to love it. Number 16. Where do I shop for Ryot? I usually go to a few places. I like Walmart for baby clothes, and Once Upon a Child. I've gone to the mall for a few. I went to the DAV for some. I've gone to yard sales. I'm one of those I'd rather be thrifty with baby clothes because they do grow out of them so quickly and they do stain them. really easily, and so I would rather not spend a lot of money on something that they're barely going to wear. And I'm not the type of person who like, oh, it's so cute, I have to get this, because you could find something just as cute that's previously worn. And so for me, I'd rather go to a thrift shop, for baby clothes. As long as I can wash them and make sure that they're sanitary when they're put on him, and I don't really see a problem with it. Same with toys. The only thing I really do have a problem with is bedding or car seats. I feel that, that's maybe kind of iffy, because some things really can't be washed. And especially, you don't know where they came from, what kind of environment they were in, and sometimes they can have, things living in them, and I just don't want to expose Ryot to that. And I know that's kind of pretentious, but for me, I'd rather have those things new. Right now, we don't shop for baby food because he's exclusively breastfeeding at 9 weeks old. So the only thing where I do shop is for clothes, and a lot of the time I don't even have to do that, because people are giving them as gifts. Just, here, take clothes, the baby needs clothes, and I'd like to buy him some clothes myself, but I have to wait until he finally outgrows these things before I get him new ones. Number 17. Favorite makeup and skincare products. As you can see right now, I'm not wearing makeup. I used to wear makeup every day, everywhere I went. Even if I was in the pool, I would reapply my makeup just to make sure that it looked good when I was in the pool. It was stupid. But now, since, not really since I got pregnant, but since about 6 months into my pregnancy, I just really didn't wear makeup anymore. It was too much work. I didn't feel good most of the time. It wasn't worth it to spend that extra time. I'd rather be sleeping. And then after pregnancy, it's basically the same thing. I just don't have time to put makeup on anymore. And I'm not going anywhere really to impress people. So even when I go out, I don't put on eyeliner or anything. I just go out the way I am, because it's just too much effort to put that makeup on now. But I do love makeup, and I do love at least wearing eyeliner or, lip gloss or something. But I just haven't had, the time to fix myself up lately. And really, I think I'm feeling actually more confident about myself to not have to wear makeup. I used to feel like I couldn't walk outside without makeup, and now I can, and I don't care what people think that I'm not wearing makeup. It's just like, so I wasn't born with makeup. Number 18. Huggies versus Pampers. I like Huggies. I really do. I tried Pampers out first couple weeks that he was born, and he kept leaking out of the side. Even if I pointed him down, it didn't seem like they really held much liquid. And then I put the Huggies on him, and they hold. They hold a lot. It takes a lot to blow out that diaper. And so I really love Huggies for him. Right now I have him wearing a Costco brand. Tried those out because they were kind of cheaper, and he doesn't really have a sensitivity to any of the diapers so far, which is good. These Costco brand diapers aren't bad. They are, they hold most of the liquid. I still say Huggies are the best, though. Number 19. Have I always wanted kids? I really didn't. I never wanted kids. I always said I was never going to have a kid in my life. I hate kids. I really don't like kids. And I don't really like toddlers. And I know it sounds weird because I'm a mom. Here I am. If you don't like them, why do you have one? And like I said in my last video, I got to a point where I thought I needed a baby. And I needed something to fulfill me or something. And it's not that I hate them. It's just I really am not a kid person. Maybe it's different now that I have a baby, because I absolutely love my child. But he's also at the point where he's not constantly covered in drool or something sticky, and he doesn't smell bad. And that whole toddler age to about 6 or 7, they're completely sticky and gross. And that's just something I'm going to have to learn to deal with later. But right now, I'm just like, kids. I know, it's horrible, but that's kind of how I feel. And I really just never wanted kids. I didn't want to be a mom. I didn't really think I had much of a maternal instinct, even though I've always been good with kids. I was a great babysitter. People trust me with their kids. Kids seem to really get stuck on me and attached and, trust me, even though they've never met me. They'll come up to me and just bond, and I'll be like, oh, nice, thank you. And, it seems that it's the same with animals. You don't like a certain animal, and that's the first thing that attaches to you. So, I've always been good with kids. I just never really always wanted kids. So, now that I have mine, maybe it'll change. Maybe I'll start liking kids more. Maybe I'll start saying that they're cuter, or that, I realized that what I was saying before was just because that I really didn't see what they had offered before. I don't know. Number 20. What is the best part of being a mom? The best part of being a mom for me is that I know that someone counts on me for everything, and that they rely and trust me. And even though he's only 9 weeks old and I really haven't had time to be a mom, and it's really hard to answer this question right now because I haven't had that many experiences of being a mom yet, but I really love the fact that someone is always going to look to me for either advice or comfort, and that I'm going to be number one in his life for a long time. That I have a little boy who's going to love me, and that I love him just as much, and that seeing his smile every day and knowing that when he falls down and scrapes his knee, I can kiss it and make it feel better, and he'll, just know that mommy's there. And I think that's important. I think that being a mom is about those little things. It's about showing comfort. It's about knowing that there's security, and I love the fact that I can give that to him. 21. Did I know that my baby was a boy or a girl when I was pregnant, and was I right? I always knew that Ryot was a boy. And my mom would take me shopping, and we'd be getting baby clothes, and I would get gender neutral clothes and boy clothes. That's it. I would not get any girl clothes. And this is before I found out. And she's like, well, why don't you get some girl clothes? You don't know what you're having. And I said, because I'm not having a girl. And she's like, but you don't know that. And I said, it doesn't matter. I'm still not having a girl. She's, but how do you know? I go, because I'm having a boy. And when I was 20 weeks pregnant, 19 and a half, 20 weeks pregnant, we got the ultrasound to find out what he was. And sure enough, he was a boy. And I was happy, and I was crying, and I was like, thank you. And Jordan was just, like, jumping up and down. He was so excited, and he was like, yeah, oh, yeah, just, like, totally celebration and cheering. And I was really happy that I was having a boy, because I really didn't want a girl. I know how I was at puberty, and I was not going to raise that. And I just know that little boys are easier, and Jordan really wanted a little boy, and I really, like I said, I didn't really want a girl, so the fact that we got a boy, it was just made everything better. Not that we wouldn't have loved having a girl if we had her. I think that, as messed up as it is, we probably love Ryot a little bit more because he is a boy. Not to sound like, a sexist person. I love women power, but it just, for me, I'm glad that I started my family off with a boy. Okay, well, that concludes this week's video of Mommy Tags. Leave your comments down in the box. Either like it or dislike it. Hopefully you'll like it. If you have a comment, good or bad, I'm willing to hear it. I'm willing to give my feedback on what you say. We already have one comment asking for a topic, and so if you want your topic to reach us, so maybe we can put it in a week or so, why don't you just put it down in the comment box, and possibly your topic could be selected. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Excuse me for having boring stuff. Why are you doing that, Joey? Do you want to mess up my video?
No, I'm just throwing it out there.